My husband is happy as long as he can toy around with bogies. He's always thinking about bogies. And that irritates me sometimes. Here, take this. Spoke pills, oh. I hidden this from him a while ago because all he talked about was the bogies. Well, I guess machines like him can't help it, but don't tell him that you got it from me. Ah, thank you. The laboratory? Do you know that there are two lifts at Serio apartment? One of them is for going to the factory. The building next to the factory is the laboratory, but you can't go in there. They see that its door is locked with a special lock. A 602, but you know, I don't like the laboratory either. It gives me the creeps. But there are things that have become more convenient because of the laboratory. I guess things don't always work out as you expect. Sorry, I missed a bit of dialogue, I thought it was repeating. In the past we had to gather crab butter to recover our ego level. We female machines eat crabs and our ego level decreases level 2. But male machines, they had to keep cracking crabs to gather crab butter from them. That was so much work. The laboratory... Okay, we heard that. So, can I upgrade again now? Oh, I found them. Now this should make your bogey better. Your bogey is upgraded to Type 2. Fuel efficiency increased under 10%. Neat. Various elements are involved in improving fuel efficiency, such as weight saving, lowering rotational resistance, improving drive efficiency, etc. As for weight saving, the effect varies greatly depending on which part you make lighter in weight. But just because the effect is small doesn't mean you don't have to do it. That is if you are aiming for the ultimate. Young man, if you find a hollow shaft and a sealed gearbox, bring it to me. The laboratory is heresy. They haven't changed a bit from when it was a facility of the freak show. Ego recovering liquid is an imitation of crab butter. You shouldn't make imitations. Don't you think so? I like that this system was a lot more streamlined. It was like a weird crab trading thing before. Now we just find the parts, which is neat. Steel root mimic, huh? Okay, Hajime, anything new? Nope. Okay, let's go to this fuel station. Okay, so which one? Middle one? Because I need to talk to one of them. What? You're giving this crab water to me? Oh, thank you. Sure, okay. So she thought it was for me. Oopsie. That guy's no longer here. What's that on the ground? I don't really like the laboratory. Every toy used to come with a simple song. The sounds added life to the toys. Sound has magical powers. While making toys with music, I was fascinated by the device that produced the sound itself. And so I made the music box. Lau came up with the idea of carousel when he saw the music box I made. Oh, why don't you create a score yourself? Since you own a music box, you should have your own score. I just happen to have a piece of score paper right here. There's nothing difficult to it. You just have to punch holes in the paper according to the melody that comes to your mind. Here, use the sponge to make holes. Come on, try it. What is the first note? Then punch here. Next, here. Yes, that's it. You're doing great. Wonderful, you did it. Let's try playing it. I think that one's new. Oh, that's pretty cursed. This is a nice song. Very nice. Neat. But now what? I guess I might need to talk to everyone in apartments again. I could try talking to the ego repair guy again as well, since I gave the butter. Wait, what's this way? In the old days, Tarzan used to enjoy spending time with Doku. Do you know Doku? Doku had one body but was two. I wonder what they are doing now. Why don't you ask Tarzan about Doku? Yang is the one who started all this. Everyone was swayed by Yang, but Yang had no such intention. He doesn't care about others. He just did what he wanted to do. What a nuisance. By the way, there is something I want to ask you. Do you know Yang? I guess no, at least not at this point in the story. I see. I'm an old machine. Do you know what old means? Old means keep your nose out of other people's business. But it probably doesn't matter to you. There's only one thing we can do right now. We can only do one thing at a time. If you think I'm lying, try it to yourself. What? In the old days, Tarzan used... okay. I want to go to the exhibition again. So you do. I thought so. Oh well. That's not very useful. Never mind it. Don't worry about it. Obey me. I'm capable of killing myself. What's wrong with killing myself? A lot? Did you give it to the nicest girl? Thanks. You've been great help. Crab butter is expensive, you know. Now she probably knows how I feel. Oh, it's nothing. This is for doing me a favor. Oh, thanks. The laboratory? You should stay away from it. You won't gain anything by going there. You'll only find weird machines. I would much rather go fishing. You should stay away from it. Well, that wasn't my job. Yeah, this game can just be tricky like that. It feels like I remember the main story beats and stuff, but when I need to like get the individual pieces and just changed a bit as well. I didn't remember the sequences and how to do what. Yeah, machines and the Fukuji apartment is the main thing. But haven't I talked to them already? Or was in the previous chapter? 48. What does 48 mean? I don't like the beeping, it's loud. The laboratory, I'm not interested. Don't you like my posters? They're filled with colors, aren't they? I'm gonna collect more. If I collect more, there'll be more and more. And they're not telling anything new. I feel like it's more or less the same thing, but order of things you need to do just scrambled around. That is messing me up. So I guess going through everything, like covering all this stuff again, is useful. As I walk through still. I guess I'll just do some fishing or whatever. And the fishing rod is also animated and moving. Oh, that was fast. Oh, it's kind of like reversed. What the gado? One of those. Interesting shaped ones. Hey, isn't that a gado you have with you? I've only been eating crabs lately. If it's possible, would you give it one to me? You're so sweet. You can have this if you like. Oh, nice. I used to pack a portable milky fuel for Mia to take with him every time he went to work. That brings back some memories. So that's a missable achievement thing, I think. There are some frogs she wants in a specific order. Now that's the only one I can give her, I think. Do you know the press machines? The ones at the entrance of the restricted area? Mia made them. Mia made the new world, the lighthouse, everything. It doesn't make things anymore. There's nothing to make. It doesn't talk anymore. The only thing it does is stir my stomach. I used to think that we can achieve something in this world, although not everyone thought so. Do you think you can achieve something in this world? Yep. You really think so? Well, I guess you must be happy if you really believe so. There's a ton of rust under my saggy breast. Okay. It's like being inside this chunk of rust. Thanks for the info. Anything new? Tarzan. What was Tarzan? Oh, is that guy who works up there as well? Should I talk to him again? I wonder. There's two Doku, I know. Heh. Doku and me are a group of 3 buddies. Heh. I remember now. The sheep song. Score, music box. Koppel, key open. Heh. Well, this took a while. I already talked to him, but just missed a thing. Heh, I like songs. When I'm surrounded by posters, I feel like my body is swelling up and my screws are about to pop out. Nope. So we do know that we need sheep's core now in the game. Songs have mysterious powers, so does the carousel at the Ingu clinic. And plus that, everyone has a sound that has a special significance to them, don't they? I guess. You're looking for something, and it's probably something that doesn't exist here, ain't I right? But I'm not like you, there's nothing I want. Most guys are like me, that is allowed here. You irritate me. I can't get the sound of that blasted carousel out of my mind. Such thing was created because Bulgarino invented the worthless music box. Oh, that goddamn Bulgarino. Why did he invent such trash? He ruined everything. Come on. What does he think I am? I can't just do whatever he wants. He is despicable. Well, what if I visit him? Everyone used to have a music box and music scores, but today no one sings or listens to songs. Listening and hearing is different, you know? Toys are interesting. They are all miniatures of something, but that's hardly surprising. Sometimes I feel like I'm a miniature of something too. Perhaps all things are just miniatures of something. If only there is a cue that triggers him. Never mind, I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking more to myself every day. I'm getting tired of myself. So I might be cutting a bit, like dialogue to dialogue, but that's because, frankly, I'm a bit lost. Still, I'm so weirded out by that because I had beaten this game before, but this game just like it redid some stuff ever so slightly, and the old like sequences of things, how I do things, don't work anymore. Slightly different, like which people do I have to talk to and such. So now I know I need to get the sheep score, but I don't know the sequence which people I need to talk to. And it's quite frustrating. Is there anyone here? Seems to be asleep. Yes, it is true that I used to make music scores, but that is a very long time ago. Do you know the place called the New World? Until that place was built, my job was to create scores and diaries, but since then my job gradually shifted to making posters and flyers for the New World. And about that time, the number of roots in this world began to decrease. It was probably because the amount of sewage decreased drastically. Paper is made from roots that grow from sewage. If the roots become scarce, we can't make paper. So I had no choice but to make posters using papers of diaries and scores. I don't know if this code you are looking for was used for making a poster, but it's a possibility. I forgot his name, but there is a machine who collects the posters I made. Why don't you try asking him? I think his eyes were always vibrating. Like this. Yeah, we know him. Yeah, finally I get this triggered. So now we can ask what was his name, Torlap, about the poster, and he might say something. Which was what I was trying to do the whole time, but I just could not. But sometimes this kind of thing is a bit annoying in games. Having to do something in a very specific sequence, even though you could do it with prior knowledge or whatever. But the game just locks you out. And now we have to wait again. Neat. Okay, here we go, finally. Took some waiting. A poster printed on the music score of the sheep song? I don't have it, but I sure do want it. Posters are usually posted on the bulletin board, but I hear that because of renovation of buildings and the like, some posters got hidden behind walls. Mia, the builder, should know about these things, but he can't speak. Do you get it? Yeah. Finally! Progress. Okay, which... do you have a chapter number? Chapter... oh, it was 4. Right? I have some notes about missable things and chapter numbers, so I want to stay aware of them. So I guess we talked to Tsuru. Since Mia can't speak. The hidden bulletin board. What do you wanna know? The laboratory? Psyche? I mean you're looking for a shadow. I'll give you this. Good luck finding the shadow. Old blueprint. Neat. Okay, info? Yeah, I'm not sure how helpful this is. Oh, I guess you can kinda make out the Bulgarino, but it's tiny and barely legible. Good thing I know exactly what I'm looking for. Also crabs. Okay, we want to move to the other track. Wait. Ah, but I looted that board, it was just still glowy. Yeah, here we go. The hidden bulletin board. And that's a score. Well, score? And let's visit Orlop and sell him all the stuff. Wait, no! I thought that was game over literally. Oh, I'm glad the game stops now before that. Do I have to go to the outer track to make the turn? I was a bit terrified for a moment that I had messed up in a real dumb way. Okay, fast, so I don't have to wait for him again. Nice. Sell everything. Fishing hooks. Ego recovering liquid. And meat. More hooks. Bottle trap. Oh, that's great. Okay, let's see here. Bogey type 2 modification, none. I kinda want to get to stage 1, but I can't afford it yet. Maybe I should refuel just before going to Shadows. It's a bit of a trip. I'm not that low on fuel, but it's not too expensive, so I think I can do that. Also, apparently the soundtrack is now officially out on Spotify and such. That's kinda cool. Except I don't use Spotify. I think Spotify sucks, if you ask me. Because of all the ads and stuff. And you have to pay for the streaming service otherwise. I guess it's not the worst business model, but at least with me listening to like super obscure stuff, like a lot of music I listen to is not on Spotify. So Winamp all the way, you know? Winamp is considered such an ancient relic, but I don't know, I kinda like just downloading music, having it offline. Especially having it offline on my phone, because that's when I don't want to be like connected to internet if I'm traveling somewhere. Don't want to be wasting my data, and I like listening to music while on a bus or car. Just wasting time, waiting till I arrive at the destination. And yeah, speaking of music, I can finally play the thing. Oh, not like that? I just click on that? Ah, okay. I guess that's a little bit more intuitive this way than having to activate things from your inventory. What I do is none of your business. What you do is none of my business. Well, screw you too. Oh, and this is animated a bit now. You are scaring me. Don't come near me. Yeah, and there's some controversy, more or less, with these shadows. You don't need to know, you're not supposed to know. But they've been redesigned. This is one of the biggest redesigns. A puppet. A puppet is here. So, I guess I might want to mention that for those of you who haven't seen the old version of Garage or are new to this whole thing. So, basically, in the old version of Garage, the whatever year it was, 1999 or something, these shadows were a lot more naked? They're still naked, but there were nipples and such, and they were more horribly contorted. And I couldn't really say it was like very sexually graphic and like sexual way, it was more of a horror thing, and I think it was perfectly fine, just an artistic expression. But yeah, the sketchy part was this game releasing for mobile phones only, and censorship for those games is a lot harsher than PC. Like, Steam allows full nudity in games now, which is great in my opinion. But yeah, it's not the case with mobile apps. Like, you won't find any non-safe for work content in Google Play, let's say. And yeah, before the game release, we had more doubts about Apple App Store or whatever it's called. But that one was okay, surprisingly. They didn't censor stuff. Google Play, though, they did not like the nipples. So they took the game down from the store. There was a patch that just like kept the same designs but removed the nipples, which like wasn't that huge of a change. Still no. So they had to redesign these shadows completely, and yeah, that one on the left is quite a big offender. Her design is completely redone for a way less interesting one. But a huge change is what you're about to see now. And for some brief time it was available on Android as well with all the nudity, but yeah, not anymore. And you can't really reverse, but yeah, Psyche. She looks like some, I don't know, skeletal jellyfish flower? I kinda like the open chest design and her being like a dress. Kinda fleshy thing. I guess it sorta looks like the shape of a vagina, a bit on clitoris in there. Just like, still some sexual imagery if you squint your eyes hard enough, but I don't know what the heck is up with their skeletal shoulders. Those look weird. And it's some bit of a spoilers, but I interpreted her being like, or wait, not her, but she was like one of the more perfect shadows. I'm a bit trusty on the lore that I interpreted, but yeah, now she does not look that perfect. Just kinda weird. But yeah, no more boobs and no more nipples. That's like way worse than some contorted human being. I've been waiting for you, so you want to know about shadows. But I have just gotten used to your wavelength. I still need a little more time. Meanwhile, there is something I want you to do. I want you to recover something for me. My dream diary. Go see this, the manager of Stereo apartment, and borrow one of the apartment's rooms. You'll find a letter on a telescope in the left drawer. You should be able to borrow a room if you give this letter to this. Do you understand? Yep. Yeah, I remember this part. Chapter 5. Psyche's Dream Diary. I would... Okay, why can't I go here? There's nothing really. Huh. I meant to say... In my previous playthrough of the original, I would name the episodes the same as the chapters, but now I might be breezing through the chapters a bit faster, knowing what I'm doing a bit better. So not sure how useful that would be anymore. I might need to think of different titles. And the game's title is more long as well. It was already long. Garage, Bad Dream, Adventure. 4 words. That's long for a title. And now it's Garage, Bad Dream, Adventure Complete Edition or something like that? Yeah, that's a mouthful. Dream Diary. Psyche asked you to, didn't she? I typed that letter for her. So it was a letter for you. Psyche knows everything. She understands instantly, even things I wouldn't understand no matter how much I consume milky fuel. How is consuming milky fuel related to understanding anything? Feels a bit like one of those things like mom say, like, eat your food and you'll grow big and strong, that kinda thing. The following are some of the matters that have been discovered about the sewage thus far. 1. Sewage is waste product by female machines. However, it is known that the component of the sewage varies slightly with each machine. It is thought to be due to the difference in the types of aquatic machines they have ingested. Also, ego recovering liquid is acquired by purifying sewage. However, to be exact, it seems that there is sewage highly effective or not so effective for each machine. If you could purify and produce ego recovering liquid that is most suitable for each machine, I believe you can boost its effectiveness dramatically. 2. Sewage is the origin of every being. Everything is generated from the sewage. Or you can say that everything can be generated from the sewage. It is an astonishing fact that everything, including every aquatic machine, mechanical part, machine, and root, get generated from the sewage. The wording is a bit weird, it's like machine, like maybe more differentiating would be nice, like robots, creatures. Perhaps the sewage has its own will. It may be on a different plane than the will we imagine, but we cannot explain its functions unless we assume that it has its own will. I think we can say that we are all but children of the sewage in different forms. Maybe this should be called sewage, not garage. 3. Sewage's vaporizing component include elements essential for maintaining the ego level. Therefore, we cannot live away from the sewage. We machines are dependent on the sewage. We who were given birth by the sewage cannot live away from it and can only return to it. Except one possibility. Yeah, I guess like the whole thing is called garage because it's inhabited by the machines. Shadows are our alter ego, or the other half. There are several phases to shadows. The most often seen shadows are what I call the original shadows. They are shadows born into the world of Garage. And at their first phase, it is the base phase, and from this phase, the shadow changes in several ways. It is well known that shadows eventually evaporate if they spend a long time in this world. But through the observation by oroscope, we discovered that it does not necessarily mean that they have disappeared completely. I call this phase the ethereal shadow. An ethereal shadow is what might be called an impersonal shadow. Its characteristics is that it has no name. An ethereal shadow is a shadow that has given up on being someone's shadow. There are also shadows that change in an opposite way. However, a special catalyst is necessary for this change to occur. It can't change by itself. That is the duty of us machines. Also, sorry about referring to Psyche as the perfect shadow. Well, now I remember that there was another shadow that's kind of the perfect one. Also, this thing. Yeah, I need to look up what the combination was for this again, but we can turn off the stomp things. Okay, I need to do all vertically upwards. Okay. Sure. Did they really stop? Why didn't I also need to lower the bridge through there? Well, no matter. We are going to the manor now. Is this a new one? Yes, it is. Or maybe I should have taken a screenshot of that arrow combination just in case. Because if it was like that, it's a bit different combination from the original. Just kinda accidentally did it randomly. Okay, press machine. Please don't kill me. Oh, what's that? No, it's still here. So what the heck was it talking about? And that's a fishing spot. Yes. Maybe there's a note on the note. Go back. So why the hell did I get the achievement? The bear me is swelling up. It's about to burst. The game lied to me. Or the achievement is programmed wrong. Oh. Neat. I'm just breezing through these. Not taking much time to look at them. There's a lot of clicking, so I don't want to blow the video. But these are some interesting designs. Hey, stop. You can't come in here. You're a strange guy, aren't you? By the way, this came from Koppel. You should mind his own business. I don't want it, so you can have it. He always does unnecessary things. I'm doing as I like, so I wish he'd leave me alone. About the servile operation of steam engines. Oh, wait. Is that where I get the combination? Although the steam engines are extremely primitive from the view of internal combustion engines, like us, they have advantages that make them hard to discard. The most remarkable thing is that their existence depends little on their ego level. As many of you may know, high-pressure steam is required to operate steam engines. Steam is created by heating sewage water. It is very likely that the reason why steam engines are insusceptible to their ego level is hidden in the heating of sewage water. In the past, roots were used as heating fuel. However, today we mainly use juice as waste oil and purified frog oil, since the amount of roots decreased along with the amount of sewage water. Purified frog oil is a byproduct of the process of supplying food to juice. For that reason, we would not be able to keep our current steam engine system alive without juice. We can say that the modification of juice not only produced more sewage and milky fuel, but also plentiful benefits. And because of this, we were able to achieve satisfactory results regarding the servile operation of steam engines. We have been successful in using them as power sources of factories and power generating turbines, as well as drive force for the press machines and the mobile bridge. Benefits in our milky fuel consumption brought about by these uses must be immeasurable. By the way, recently we have found evidence of someone touching the steam engine control panel in the laboratory. That control panel controls the two press machines and the mobile bridge that connects to the factory warehouse. Although we do not know the violator's intention, we would like to warn everyone that it is dangerous to operate the control panel without good reason. As an aside, it is quite conceivable that steam engines with independent minds like us existed in the past. If such machines existed, a totally different relationship that is gender-free and without fear of ego level decreasing must have existed. Yeah, I doubt the press machines were alive, exactly. But yeah. No combination there though. So I guess I'll have to BS my way through. And use my old knowledge. Wait. Wait. There's something on the floor. Stamps. Neat. Okay, let's see. So this turns the pressure off. Okay, this looks like everything should be off. Oh, and I guess this is the bridge. Like it has a different symbol, and these are the stomp things. So this off, this off, this on. I want the bridge. Hopefully that worked. If not, I'm running low on fuel. So yippee. Let's see if I was correct. Ego recovering. I need fuel, not ego. I really like this scene with the big cogs. Okay, I don't hear the stomp. Also wonder, what are they even used for? They're just stomping the ground? Why? Yeah, we did it. And I need to refuel bad. There used to be a girl named Juice. She was small but mysterious. She had a strong something that made you feel like you'll be drawn into her and disappear when she stood in front of you. When she came before me, it made me feel like I'm a lesser existence than dust. It's not a good feeling. It feels dark and scary. Once I'm drawn into it, I'll never be able to come out again. Just when this thought came to me, I lost my vision. Alright, I get the awards from achievements. I forgot. That wasn't a part of the original at all. Bonk. That's a fun sound, I guess. It's kind of faster to just kind of swipe with my mouse, even though it's uncomfortable, than scrolling with the mouse wheel. Unless I use my fancy mouse, I guess. One that you kind of can scroll out faster with. But I'm using a shittier but silent one for the videos. So you don't have to suffer constant clack, because the good mouse is very loud. That's its only downside. But it's so much more comfy. But I've been spoiled, it's like quite a pricey mouse as well. Like Logitech Master something, I don't remember the exact name, but it's like $100. And before that I would always use like $20 mice, but yeah, this thing is so comfy. When that breaks completely, it's a little bit like broken, and I had to like disable some buttons because they would mess up the whole mouse. But yeah, when that breaks down completely, I'm getting another one. It's great. Also, I'm a wireless mouse apologist. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll take a little break and see you after that.